Hello everyone, I'm Kiran North, and welcome back to Terra Invicta. Today we're starting part 17 of our Protectorate campaign, and we're going to be focusing on doing some work on the Eurasian Union. So Russia is going to try and start spreading out into a bit more of a mega nation. We are going to keep on trying to maintain the European Union while we do that, and we're gonna see if we can start getting more countries allied and into federation with Russia. Additionally, we're going to see how tech continues to go. We've got Unity movements coming up, which will be useful for expanding Europe further. Mission to the inner planets to go and colonize Mercury. Molten core fission systems is not one we picked. It gets some spaceship components that we might or might not use, but we've got control of it right now, so we can switch it to something that we actually care about. And then transnational coordination should finish up sometime in October of this year, so we're currently in July of 2027. We're going to try and get that done, get that extra CP cap, and use that to help expand out even further and control more of the globe. For now, though, I want to take a quick look at Russia and look at the priorities. Right now, we have a pretty rapidly falling cohesion. I kind of want to start running more unity in order to counter that. See if that helps a little bit. We are kind of hammering a lot of different priorities. I'm thinking about turning knowledge down temporarily, largely because I want to work on economy, I want to work on welfare, I want to work on unity, and I would like to still put some into funding boost and mission control. So I'm going to bring knowledge down to a single pip. We'll go ahead and keep investing in that later on, but we're gonna just take a break from it for now. Then with the European Union, I'm actually going to go in here and I'm going to turn welfare down a little bit. Right now, their inequality isn't too bad, and I want to clear up a few resources to try and go into unity and knowledge again, so that we can keep on getting that cohesion value higher rather than having that drop off. Because the higher we get this cohesion value, which its resting point is 0, so it's always going to be drifting down at this point, the higher we get it, the lower the resting value for this unrest is going to be, and the less stabilization we're going to have to run in the EU. Other things of note, I want to go into Russia, I want to manage relations, I want to ally with Tajikistan and Kyrgyzstan so that we can hopefully get them into the Eurasian Union sometime soon, or I guess in mid-October. Several of these other countries, we did that earlier on already, and we'll be able to try and improve those relations further in July. So Kazakhstan, Belarus, and Turkmenistan. Additionally, well, no, that's really about it for that right now. I do want to take a quick glance at counselors. I think someone's ready to level up. Yeah, it looks like Madeline is. So for Madeline, I think that we were not worried about trying to up her administration score anymore at this point. I suppose Intrepid Consulting... it's kind of nice. It gives her hostile takeover. Although she already has hostile takeover, so she doesn't need that one technically. We could go for that. I'm inclined to try and go for a different stat, probably command, to see if I can have her start running stabilized nation, increase unrest, and coup d'etats more effectively. We could go multiple directions with that. I am going to go command for now, because it also boosts our CP cap when we do that, so that's really nice. Anjor is still 2 away, that's right. He's Quick Learner, not Striver. So Quick Learner lets him level up with 16 points, and Striver lets them level up with 14, and no one else is quite ready to go. I glanced over the org list before starting the video. Nothing in here right now is jumping out at me as particularly important. In addition, on our unassigned orgs, there's not really anything that we want to try super hard to get back into the mix. So with all that being said, we'll start running missions. I would like to take a look at... so we can't federate anyone into Russia just yet, into the Eurasian Union. But we have a bunch of relationships on cooldown that we can try and do some work with later on. So those will be coming in about 1 turn or so, because I think a lot of those cooldowns expire at the end of July 2027. So for the meantime, I'm going to actually try and work on taking Uzbekistan back. Uzbekistan is one of those nations that we want to try and get allied in with the Eurasian Union at some point. Yeah, and they're not in any federation right now. So we're going to go ahead and try and work on that. I'm going to have Urantika go ahead and run... Oh, am I... I'm sorry, I'm not even in the mission phase right now. I need to finish out the last turn. Well, now we can go and run missions. Aliens are becoming more popular in India. We could investigate for alien activity there, but we don't need to right now. Urantika, though, I'm going to have go ahead and run a purge mission on the Servants Point in Uzbekistan.
Dominating the opposition.
Madeline, I want to go and, I think, run Stabilized Nation in Europe, in the European Union.
Restoring order.
Anjor, we want to keep on running Inspire missions, so I'm going to have him go and inspire... let's go and have him inspire Eric. Why not?
I'll speak with them.
Eric... Or no, Yoyi. Yoyi I'm going to have go back to advising the EU. Get some extra points for trying to push on those priorities that we have, the knowledge and unity especially.
Offering assistance.
Eric, I want to run another Inspire mission. I'm going to have him just go ahead and inspire Urantika again.
I'll speak with them.
And with that, we should hopefully take another point here, another control point, and get Europe a little more under control. And then next turn, we'll start trying to federate countries in with the Eurasian Union. Now, we, of course, were gung-ho about leaving the Eurasian Union much earlier in the game. But some of the reason for that was we really did not want to Kazakhstan's boost all going to Russia, because we weren't going to try and control Russia early on. Some information from our mole.
Things are cooling off.
Alright, so got our stabilization, so and it looks like that cohesion is going up, and our rest value for unrest is decreasing, which is good. Corridor diplomacy. Oh, cooldowns on improving relations are reduced by 20%. That's awesome, and it also gives us CP cap boost. That'd be really nice to fit in somewhere if we can. I don't know exactly where we're going to try and fit that in. I suppose we can check how much it costs. Corridor diplomacy is only 1,000 actually. I'm gonna just prioritize that right away because it also gives a CP cap boost, and we'll just try and get that done immediately, and then work back on transnational coordination. Aliens continue to deploy more fleets. Terror from the depths. What? I also wanted to see, it looks like Project Exodus made a new base, but okay, so strange incidents are being reported off the shores of Karachi. An eerie glow can be seen shimmering on the horizon at night. Experienced fishermen are vanishing without a trace. Others return having caught creatures that defy any known marine taxonomy. So there's aliens in the ocean, apparently. I think we want to try and... Okay, so this is in... Well, we want to deploy the Coast Guard. We can't dispatch a naval task force, so we'll deploy a Coast Guard and see what happens. Alright, we failed. Okay, alien megafauna has shown up. This is not something I was expecting to have happen right now. So bizarre sea creatures. So GDP in Pakistan is going to drop. Cohesion in Pakistan is going to drop. Unrest in Pakistan is increasing by 3. Aliens are performing abductions in Pakistan, and an alien megafauna spawned. So this is an alien megafauna. We haven't seen one of these before, but this is a strength 6 army that is rampaging and is going to just damage the economy and everything for quite some time now, I think. We should do something about that. I'm not sure what we're going to do about that because we don't really have much stuff in Pakistan. We could ally them to the European Union and deploy military forces. The megafauna has army strength 6, which is a lot. But with 2 to 3 armies, we might be able to take it down. Regardless, that is something we do not want just rampaging around. That's a problem. Yeah. So let's go ahead and manage alliances. I don't know that we really care to hold Pakistan, but like, I'm not a fan of this gigantic monster running rampant. So I'm going to ally Pakistan to the EU and Russia so that I can deploy forces there. And we're gonna deploy military. So we'll deploy the British military, the French military, I guess formerly British, formerly French, now European. And we will deploy, whoops, don't want to move that, the Russian army as well. Now, we are going to be severely outgunned in this, and so I'm going to have to micromanage this a little bit to make sure that our armies don't get destroyed. But yeah, so that's a thing that just happened. I've never seen that event before. I blame the servants.
We've removed some threats.
Alright, we took a control point in Uzbekistan. Great. We'll set priorities to, we want to run mission control. And just mission control, I think. The Indian army is deploying. Alright, and our bases on Mars are finishing up. Or at least they're finishing up their cores. We still need to wait for the mining rigs to develop. Are the servants deploying to defend it or to damage it? I don't know. Let's see. India is allied with Pakistan now, so maybe we're gonna get some help from the servants, which is a little weird, but you know, I'll take it. I will take it. This is strange. Yeah, the servants are swarming the megafauna. So we need to go ahead and set assignments. I am going to go ahead and actually have Anjor go and start running some advise missions in the EU. Reason being, well, actually they're not going to deploy for quite some time. So that'll be next turn. Next turn we'll have Anjor start running advise missions in the EU, because he's got a 15 command score, which gives a increased military of 0.15, which is really nice. Meanwhile, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can take out those alien life forms in Karachi, the small stuff, because I don't know if that gives a boost to the xenofauna or not, but we'll go ahead and do that for now. Goodness, this is not what I was expecting to be doing this session. Yoyi can go ahead and advise the European Union. Or no, I want Yoyi to start setting national policy in Russia, because we can start federating with Belarus, Kazakhstan, Turkmenistan. We could federate with the EU, actually. That might not be a crazy idea. But I want to get the cooldowns on the unifications first. It's going to be a while before we can unify Russia into the EU. We need to research a couple of technologies to unlock that possibility. So
Heading to the capital.
we will set policy there. Eric is going to go ahead and run an Inspire mission on, I guess Madeline.
I'll make sure they're
Acknowledged.
Oh goodness, and Okay, so unrest is going down in Russia, but it's actually pretty high right now. I'm gonna have Urantika I want to run a crackdown with Urantika on that control point in Uzbekistan. We'll put a couple of influence in there, get our odds up a little bit. Madeline, I want to stabilize in Russia, I think. Maybe stabilize in the European Union again, see if we can get it low enough that they can bring down their resting point by the time it gets back up. And with that, I think we'll go ahead and run time. Techs are still under control. Just looking at the numbers, seeing how big of our margin is over the second place faction. And it's considerable in all cases, so that's good. Corridor diplomacy should finish soon. I did want to check, I think, yeah, Anjor is ready to level up. So we're going to go ahead and boost his command score, I think. Do we want persuasion or do we want command? I think I want command just because I'm now a little more worried about taking out a bunch of xenofauna, xenoflora, now that we've got this megafauna running around. So let's give him a point of command. That'll help him with his current mission, and will be kind of useful overall. Then, goodness, yeah, servants deploying their military. It surprises me so much. Otherwise, let's go ahead and run time. Hydra Direct Support Network Project. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. The aliens will give us space resources daily, and it grants 10 metal. How much does that cost? 5,000. So we wanna do that probably, but I think we want to figure out their demands first. I don't know that we, or maybe exotics. I'm not sure that we are that worried about getting space resources from the aliens right now, because we are doing pretty well on all of our space resources at the moment.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
So yeah, there's a flood in Amsterdam. All right, we can spend some money and some ops. We have plenty of both, so we will send aid to the region.
Things are stabilizing.
Alright, EU is down to 0.9. That's nice. Yeah, the Indian military is fighting the xenofauna.
We've hit them where it hurts.
Alright, we got the crackdown in Uzbekistan. And we've completed corridor diplomacy. Excellent. I'm gonna go back. I do want to research their demands at some point, but I also kind of want to finish some of these other projects. That Hydra Direct Support Network is interesting. I'm going to go back to doing the solar array, get that done with, boost transnational coordination again. Just try and get some smaller projects done first. All right, so Russia, we want to federate with goodness. I think I want to federate with Kazakhstan first, because we're going to definitely try and hold on to Kazakhstan. So all that work we did to get rid of that early on, but we're working on getting them back together again. So that means that a lot of Kazakhstan's boost is now going to Russia. Which is fine because we control it, but it is a big change.
By the number.
All right, we took out some of the alien life forms there, And the Protectorate and servants are working to try and clear out the megafauna. I'm impressed that the servants' armies are not taking damage, unless they're there to, like, defend the megafauna, and I'm just confused. I don't know. I'm not sure how this is going to work out. Middle Guinea, yeah, we don't need that right now. So this turn, our armies should arrive. I want to go ahead and have Anjor start running advise missions in the EU, both for his administration score, his science score, and his command score. So all three, actually. So we'll do that. Yoyi, I want to keep setting national policy in Russia. Eric, I'm going to keep having him inspire people. We'll have him inspire Anjor this turn.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Urantika, I want to finish off that servants control point in Uzbekistan.
Ready to go.
And Madeline, I want to... Let's see. I want to reduce unrest somewhere, I think. Probably in the EU again. So we'll run Stabilized Nation in the EU again.
We'll turn down the heat.
Right now, the Eurasian Union is not doing too bad. Yeah, that's fine. We're going to need to try and take Georgia and Azerbaijan back again at some point here, but I don't know exactly how we're planning on doing that. We'll figure it out. Alright, run time. Alright, we've got an army.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Offering counsel.
Alright, so our First Guard's tank army, that's actually the Russian one, so they're not getting any boost from Anjor, but that's fine. But they're fighting the Xenofauna. So we've got giant monster. Oh, and we lost our resistance mole. That's okay. Resistance probably figured out who it was. Fired them. Alright, so we destroyed the alien megafauna. So we basically want to... Yeah, we don't like that. We're gonna need to work on the xenoforming at some point here in the near future. But I am going to send armies back home now that they've taken that out. So let's see, this is the Parisian army. This is the London army. And we want the Russian army to go back to St. Petersburg. Alright, so that was weird, but we dealt with it.
Violence is abating.
European Union is peaceful. We can run a project that gets 25% bonus damage to megafauna. I'm hoping we don't need that. That could be a little painful if they become enough of a problem that we really need that research.
Policy direction complete.
All right, we're going to federate with Belarus. Oh, I do not have my priorities set properly there. Do I have other nations where I don't have my priorities set properly? I might. Hopefully not. What do we... I guess Turkmenistan is... No, Uzbekistan is the one we were just trying to take. So we'll see if we take that, and then we can update the priorities afterwards.
Our associates are now in charge.
Alright, I'm going to run mission control there. Alright, mining complexes are finishing on Mars. That should help all of our resources a good deal. So now we'll actually just let that sit for now. There's not much we want to do with Mars at the moment other than just let it pile up resources for us. Alright, so it looks like some crackdowns expired, so we will have to take a look at that. We could launch something to low Earth orbit. I don't want to at the moment. Actually, do we have... We do have orbitals, so I could launch an orbital. I think I want to save up my boost right now, though, for when Mission to the Inner Planets finishes. So I don't really want to spend boost at the moment, even though it could be kind of useful to get some bonuses going on Earth. But meanwhile, let's see, we had a bunch of places, or we had some places. So Turkmenistan and Belarus, our crackdowns expired. I think I'm gonna actually hop over to Pakistan and abandon that one now, because we're not getting a huge benefit out of it. It doesn't have great science. It doesn't have great funding. It has some boost, which is interesting. I think that's from the servants running stuff there, but we don't really need to hold on to it right now. It's not part of our immediate goals. And it would free up about 30 CP. So I'm going to go ahead and abandon Pakistan. That gets us down to 369 out of 387, so that's good. And then, is anyone ready to level up again? No, not quite. That's fine. I didn't check orgs this most recent time, but I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me as particularly amazing here. Yeah, I think we're all right to not try and grab any of these right now. Want to continue on technology. So solar array should finish up shortly. Transnational coordination should finish up not this month but next. And we will go ahead and just set up missions then. So I'm going to have Yoyi continue to set policy in Russia, because we have another, I believe we have one more nation that can federate in. Which one was it? Turkmenistan. Yeah. So we will federate with Turkmenistan, and then I want to make sure everyone who can ally with Russia right now is allied with Russia. Who needs to be anyway. Uzbekistan being the big one. So we'll get Uzbekistan in there. And I don't think we need to ally any of the others in right now. Being at normal relations is probably sufficient. The European Union, on the other hand, yeah, same thing. We don't need to ally into the countries that we're going to try and absorb into the Eurasian Union. So, with all that, I think we're going to go back to running Inspire missions now that the immediate threat of the Xenofauna is past.
Where to?
Unantika, let's see, where do we want to try and take more territory at this point? I did talk about Georgia and Azerbaijan. I think Georgia's probably a good candidate, although I think I want Madeline to take that one. Yeah, just run a purge mission there.
Your orders?
Anjor, I'm gonna start trying to more aggressively clean up some of this xenoforming. The lower on the list it is, I think the bigger a problem it typically is. So we will go for the ones in Minneapolis first.
Going in hot.
Urantika. Although I suppose if a xenofauna spawns in the middle of the United States, they're just going to swarm it with armies. So, like, maybe that's not actually worth worrying about. Well, whatever. Urantika, we could have go... Is there anywhere we really want to run Crackdown right now? Probably in Azerbaijan. So we'll try and start kicking the resistance out of there and then get the servants after that. So I'm going to punt in a couple of influence, get her up above 90%. And with that, I think we will confirm assignments and go ahead with time.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
Ooh, he almost failed that mission. Alright, military is returning home. Alright, solar array is done. That's great. I think at this point I want to start on their demands. Try and advance the story a little bit. Is there any reason to go for something else though first? I mean, there's definitely some things like civilian photonic computing that are interesting, but we don't really need them. Restored Warsaw Pact we could do, but I think we've got everything in the EU that would add for us, so that's kind of unappealing. Skunkworks is actually probably worth doing. We want that for when we get tier 2 settlements. Yeah, let's go for Skunkworks. I'm going to leave that on 1 pip for now. Let transnational coordination finish up.
Crackdown complete.
All right.
Mission complete.
Russia is going to federate with Turkmenistan. Now, is there some reason we can no longer federate with the EU? There must be some reason. I'm guessing there's some country that we have the inability to ally with. Probably... I don't know. I'm not sure why that is. Alright, military is back there, healing up. Cohesion is still dropping in Russia, and now unrest is getting higher. Unrest is getting higher unnaturally. That's weird. Someone must be running increased unrest missions to try and mess with us. Or something's going on. I don't know why that's happening.
The LZ is secure.
Alright. We took out some xenoflora, xenofauna. Military is coming home.
Our
It's all good.
associates are now in charge.
Alright, we took Georgia back. I want to run mission control there. And I'm not worried about anything else. So we will do that. I might try to get Georgia into the Eurasian Union rather than the European Union, now that I'm thinking about it. Just because right now, let's see, China, yeah, that's fine. Right now we're at 13 regions in Russia and 35 regions in the EU. Although I suppose in the EU we are successfully fighting the drop in cohesion. There's a penalty to your resting cohesion based on the number of regions in a country. And so these mega nations that we're trying to build can really struggle with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's see, how's time coming, or how's research coming? This stuff should finish up in December, so we'll get there soon. Madeline, oh goodness, Madeline is getting older apparently. Yeah, she's 56 now. Her portrait changed. Or at least I think it just changed. Maybe I'm misremembering that. Maybe that's the same as it always was, and I'm just losing my mind. But I don't know. Take a quick look at what we've got available. Ooh, 9% space mining output bonus, but I don't think we have room for that right now. 4% space output bonus on a 1-star is more appealing. Again, though, I don't know exactly who we would fit it onto. Is anyone ready to level up? Eric's close. Udantika, is she a striver? Yeah, she's got strivers, so she can level up here. I'm gonna give Udantika, let's Let's see. I probably should give her espionage. We could give her persuasion. Let's give her persuasion. Get that CP cap bonus. Alright, so Madeline, I'm going to have go and... What do we want to do? We want to run a purge mission in Azerbaijan, so I'm going to have Madeline do that.
Targeting the opposition.
Anjor, we're going to have keep trying to run assaults on alien assets. We'll go for the ones in India next.
Ready to go.
Yoyi, let's see, I think we're done setting national policy for the time being. I don't think there's any more Federation candidates. Oops. Yeah, so we'll get some more Federated in there later, but that's not going to be for at least another month or so. Yoyi, I probably want her to actually run Stabilize in Russia. Her command score isn't very good though. That's fine. We can either take the 88% or we can pump in a couple. We'll take the 88%.
They'll restore peace to this
We have
nation.
plenty of ops, but I just I don't know that we need to worry about it too much. We'll have Eric go ahead and run an Inspire mission. Then we'll go for Anjor.
I'll speak with them.
Your orders?
Urantika, she can't run a crackdown yet on the executive point here because we don't have the secondary point. So I think I'm gonna have her run stabilization as well in Russia.
We'll restore peace to this nation.
I'm trying to think, is anywhere else got like super high unrest? Uzbekistan is kind of high. Not that high. So we'll just try and get Russia a little more under control for the time being.
I believe they'll stay loyal to the cause.
Alright, Inspire mission succeeded.
Things are cooling off.
Violence is abating.
Yep, so that's good. Getting Russia... Ah! North and South Korea have unified. Interesting. Under the resistance. Well, that's exciting. I'm not sure what that's going to do long term, if anything.
One for the good guy.
We are in control now.
Alright, we got our point in Azerbaijan. I'm going to switch everything over to mission control. And run time. We lost... Oh yeah, in Pakistan we abandoned. So that's fine. And we lost another point in Pakistan. That's also fine. Alright, transnational coordination is done. We have our plus 25. I'm going to focus on their demands at this point, rather than any of these other ones. I think there's definitely some other projects I'm interested in, but I don't want to take the time to do any of them before we go for the storyline stuff. That could change partway through, so I might deprioritize this later on. But for now, I think trying to get that done, yeah, January of next year is pretty good. Humanity First was trying to purge Azerbaijan. Interesting. I suppose we just cleared it, so yeah, that makes sense actually. Then I want to try and clear the executive point. Looks like Madeline can probably do that even without much support. So we don't need to run a crackdown, just
We're taking
run that.
power.
Standing by for
Anjor is going to keep on clearing stuff. We'll go to Myanmar.
heading to the LT.
Standing by for order.
Yoyi, I'm going to have go back to running advise missions, I think, in the EU.
Offering support.
Ready to go.
Yeah, we'll do that. Eric can keep running Inspire. We'll have him Inspire Yoyi this turn.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
Udantika has that 3 in command, so we could do some more stabilization in Russia. Yeah, let's stabilize Russia again with her
Restoring order.
and move on.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
Lending my expertise.
All right, we got our probe to arrive at Ceres, and ooh, I like that 28 base metal on that spot. We're gonna hop to Ceres right now, and we are going to colonize it. So I will found an outpost. I'm gonna take that second site with all the base metal, and that's gonna take 516 days. That's fine. We will take that site. And then, whoops, I shouldn't have gone back to Earth yet. I want to try and build. Can I build these in space? I want a fission pile. Yeah, I can build it in space. It's still going to take 516 days, but we don't have to spend boost on it. Outpost mining complex, 516 days. I want a construction module in order to get the rest of Ceres and some other stuff around here. We'll build that in space, and I need another fission pile to power said construction module. So we'll get that. And then hop back to Earth.
Order is returning.
All right, Russia's a little more under control. Nope, Russia's a little less under control. Someone is messing with us in Russia. I don't know why. I mean, because it has a lot of boost probably, and it's not the most stable country. And we lost our executive in Pakistan. That's fine. Academy is building stuff in medium Earth orbit. That's interesting.
We've removed some threats.
All right, and we have taken Azerbaijan. So we will set that all to mission control. We will make sure to ally. Oh, it is allied to Russia. Could ally it to Turkey or Georgia. I don't want to do either of those. I do want to check Georgia though, and we want Georgia to ally. Let's ally to Russia and the EU both. I'm not sure which one we're going to actually federate with yet. Probably Russia. No, probably the EU, because again, EU has a bunch of regions already that we're managing reasonably well. Let's see. Yes, we could defend interests in the EU if we wanted. I'm not rushing to do that. I think our next step is figure out where we want to take some control points, because we've got about 30 cap open. Which would be enough to take Pakistan back, but I don't think Pakistan's what we want. I'm thinking about spreading out to the Middle East or possibly back into Africa. Try and start setting up some of the African sub-unions. But we do have some research projects we would need to do for some of that, but we could get that eventually. Maybe once Skunkworks finishes, we can work on that. But for now... Well, let's see which ones we have. So we could go for the East African Federation is really cheap. Tanzania gains a few claims. Nairobi, Juba, Kampala, Kinshasa, and the Lubumbashi. Reconquest of the desert. Oh, that's these are independence movements. Oh, we want operation centers eventually. But we're not. That's not urgent. I I think East African Federation is actually kind of nice. Let's just get that one done with, because it'll only take about a turn to do. And then we want to take, in order to use that, we want to take Tanzania to start, which I'm exposing my lack of knowledge in geography, because I don't remember where Tanzania is. That's Sudan, that's Congo, it's the Great Lakes states. There's Tanzania. All right, so we will go and take Tanzania this turn, I think, or start taking Tanzania this turn. And to do that, we're gonna have Madeline go ahead and run a purge mission there.
Removing our enemies.
Ready.
Anjor, we're gonna keep on trying to take out alien life forms. We'll go back to
We
India.
are going in.
Reporting in.
Yoyi, I think I had Yoyi starting to do advise missions again, so we'll have her advise in the EU.
Standing by. for
Eric
orders.
is going to continue to do inspire missions. We'll go for Madeline this turn.
I'll ensure their loyalty.
Urantika, we could probably try and... Oh, actually, is Kenya... Nairobi. Yeah, Kenya's one of the ones we want to take eventually here. I'm gonna actually have Eric go ahead and take a control point in Kenya.
We'll be running this place in no time.
What's the op?
Mozambique was... I don't think that one was in there. Urantika, we'll have Urantika go ahead and also try and take a point in Kenya, I think. Or maybe we could try and take something in the Great Lakes states. Or we could take Congo. We'll just have her try and take Kenya, I think. I'll put in some influence, get her above
We bring
90%.
this nation to our side.
And we will confirm assignments.
Offering assistance.
Yep, Yoi's boosting the EU, which is doing... Alright, we're up to 3, or almost 3 cohesion, rounds to 3 anyway. The resting point for unrest is down to 2.7, which is good. Mysterious obelisk. Let's see, we can potentially get some research. We can try and destroy it. Let's see, that's 30% research, that's 20% research. Let's go for the seal off the area. Nothing happens. Alright, well, that's fine.
Target destroyed.
Alright, we finished the East African Federation, so I want to go back to researching skunkworks. And we will get these going here momentarily.
Our people have taken control.
Alright.
Our presence is growing.
I actually should set priorities here in Tanzania. I want to start boosting economy and working on welfare, because Tanzania is going to be our capital region, basically, for the East African Federation. So I want economy, I want welfare. I'd like to probably invest in knowledge and unity. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do for now.
Our supporters are in place.
Oh, and now we have Kenya. And Kenya, I want to run probably the same things, actually. So economy, some welfare, some knowledge, and some unity. I do not want spoils. I'm not going to worry about trying to build up mission control down here, just because we have, what, 230 mission control right now. That's probably enough for quite some time. But I am going to try and get these countries unified into a bigger nation, and see what I can do with that. Alright, so Madeline, we're going to run a purge mission on the executive in Tanzania.
Terminating the opposition.
At your service.
Yes, we can get that org if we want. Let's see here. So, what regions do we all have claims on? Nairobi is... Okay, so that's that one. Juba, so we could take South Sudan. Kampala, so we want to take the Great Lakes states. Kinshasa and Lubumbashi are both Congo. So we want to take... Okay, so we want to go north, basically. We could go ahead and take Mozambique right now, but there's not much purpose in it. Because it's... Well, we could try and invest in it and get it a little bit better off. But for now, I want to focus on these three countries. And to do that, we're going to have Urantika run... We could do a purge mission, potentially. She doesn't have great odds of that. We can do a crackdown here. Or not control nation, crackdown. Great Lakes states probably is worth doing. We could just take South Sudan, actually. Probably. Purge mission would be 86%. I don't think the initiative is likely to be throwing a bunch of defenses up for that. Might be better, though, actually, to have Madeline do that one and have Urantika run a purge mission in Tanzania.
Targeting
So we'll do that. We'll swap those around.
Reporting in.
So we will run a purge
We're
mission
taking
there in
power.
South Sudan.
Standing by.
Anjor is going to continue to try and clear alien life forms, so we're going to go back to Minneapolis.
Where to?
Yoi is going to continue to advise in the EU.
Offering support.
Unless, do we need to stabilize Russia? We could stabilize Russia, but we don't need to. Our resting unrest is now 2.3. So we'll keep on trying to pump cohesion, keep on trying to pump economy, fight inequality. I don't know that we need all these other priorities. I just kind of want to run them for the long term, and for that spread out bonus. But European Union is doing a little better. It's doing a little better every time. It's just got a ways to go. Eric, what do I want Eric to do? Eric could actually run a crackdown, probably. He's only got 7 investigations, so it's not going to be a good one. We'll have him just run another Inspire mission. We'll go ahead and inspire Yoi.
I'll make sure they're on our side.
Confirm assignments, run time. How are we doing on projects? Almost done with a couple of
They'll stay loyal
those.
to the cause.
Unity Movements is going to finish... Ooh, actually not until February? I thought that was supposed to finish this year. Looks like Molten Core Fission Systems is almost done, though.
I will help them.
Oh, maybe once we do that. No, that wasn't enough. I don't know what's going on with that. I thought it was going to finish sooner. Oh, and I should actually... Oh, no, I need to actually take the executive in Tanzania first.
Score 1 for the good guy.
Alright, we got rid of some xenoforming.
We are in control now.
Alright, and we took Tanzania, so we're gonna do that. Their unrest score is massive, but hopefully by investing in these things we can fight that. You know, I should probably just invest in economy and welfare for now. Knowledge and unity will help long term, but like I think that we just really need to boost this per capita GDP, and we really want to try and get inequality down. So relations, I want to go ahead and ally them to Kenya, so that we can get some absorption in from Kenya. Or we could absorb Kenya in a little bit. And then we're not going to be able to actually ally South Sudan in all that soon because we don't have enough. There's only 2 control points in Tanzania. So that's a little unfortunate. Kenya, I'm also going to just invest in economy and welfare right now. We will worry about the others later.
We're in control here.
All right, critical success. So we got a little bit of public support. I want to run economy. I want to run welfare. And then relations, we can't actually ally. Well, we could ally them to Kenya. So I think that'll help with allowing them to join the Federation. I think they just need to be allied to... no, they do need to actually ally with Tanzania at some point in order to join the Federation. So it's still probably worth allying them to Kenya, but we'll get the rest of that later. We have some supporters in Brazil. We could do that, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. How are we doing on cooldowns up here? No one's ready. No one's ready. Okay. Iceland is going to be January. Georgia is December. Baltic states is June. Okay. So December we'll need to pay attention to that again and get Georgia back in the European Union. In the meantime, we're going to keep on working on these countries adjacent to Tanzania. So I will have Madeline go ahead and try to take out the Great Lake states. Let's put in 8 influence, get her to 85% for that one. Anjor, we're going to have continue to take on alien life forms. We'll have them clear out in Argentina.
I'm here.
Yoyi, advise in the European Union. We could potentially just set that to permanent assignment for a little while, but I don't know that I'm that confident that that's going to stay uniform. We'll have Eric inspire. I don't think he's inspired Urantika in a little bit. I don't know. We'll try that. Urantika, on the other hand, is going to go ahead and try to get a control point in Congo. Put in some influence, get it up to 90%.
Removing our enemies.
And I think with that, we're good to go for the turn. We are almost done with Molten Core Fission Systems. We're very close to done with Skunk Works. Their demands is coming along nicely. Yeah, this is all good. It's just going to take a little while.
I think we've had a breakthrough.
All right.
Offering assistance.
How's the EU's priorities coming along? I wanted to check on Navy is doing all right.
The LT is secure.
I took out some alien life forms.
Unless you two want to be showered in liquid lead, make damn sure the coolant circuit doesn't break again. Oh, and see to it that these statues of your predecessors are removed. Chairman Soren van Wyk meeting his new chief of engineering.
Yeah, okay. The initiative, they're a thing. They're weird. Alright, so we get to work on whatever we want here. I want settlement habs, because I want to start running settlement cores pretty soon. Get those tier 2 settlements in space. I could go for some of these other ones. Fall of Empires is kind of interesting if we want to really break up countries, but I'm more interested in unifying them right now. So we're going to go for settlement habs, try and get that done. I'm going to go ahead and put 3 pips into it initially. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it at 1 pip and see if someone tries to take it from us.
Taken control.
Alright, we have a point in Congo. We will set that to running... we're going to run economy and welfare. I'm going to run 3 pips, actually, of each. I suppose I could just run 1 pip of each, but I was thinking I'd do 3 pips economy, 1 pip welfare, but their inequality is actually really high. So, we'll just do 1 pip. It'll be fine.
We are in control now.
Great Lakes states, same kind of thing. So we want to run 3 pips of economy, 1 pip of welfare. And that is, we are over cap again, which is a little unfortunate, but that should be fine. Do we have anywhere that we're happy to abandon right now? Let's see, sorting by science. I do kind of want to hold on to everything right now. I guess Turkey we could abandon, but that's like Turkey's too good right now, I think, to give up. We'll just run a little over cap for now. Can we, some of these counselors we can probably augment. Oh, Eric can be augmented. We should do that. I'm going to give him another point of persuasion, get him up to 25, I think. And let's see, is anyone else quite ready? Not quite. So 420 out of 414 isn't that bad. It'll be worse once we take these next 2 control points, but that's fine. Alright, so Madeline is going to run a purge mission in the Great Lakes states, take the executive point. We'll just put 4 influence into
Terminating the opposition.
Urantika is going to run a purge mission in Congo, take the executive point. We'll put 4 influence into that.
We are taking power.
Anjor is going to continue to run. We're going to go to China, I guess.
Going in hot.
Try and hit that point.
Standing by.
Yoyi, we're going to advise the EU again. How is Russia doing on unrest? Has that been going up again? Yeah, someone keeps pumping this. I don't know what's going on with that. It's not the worst. I think I will have Eric go ahead and try to stabilize in Russia rather than running an Inspire mission this turn, though.
We'll restore
See if we can get that a little closer to its resting point. Alright, we finished Skunk Works, so we can go for... I want to go for something relatively small, I think, here. I say that and then I'm staring at these 5,000 point projects. Operations Center we wanted at some point, although that's less urgent because we do have, what, 233 mission control. So maybe... oh, that's ridiculously expensive. Magazine... Hydroponics bay could be kind of useful. Oh, fission reactor array we could do. Yeah, let's do fission reactor array. That's going to help us with some of our colonies at some point here. Looks like we are in the lead on settlement habs. That may or may not maintain. We'll see.
I will help them.
Revise mission there. How is
Order is
cohesion?
returned.
It's down to 3.5 in Russia. That's rough. Wonder if I should be running less welfare. No, I want to keep running welfare. Alright, so we reduced it to subversions. That's good.
Target secured.
Alright, we wiped out some xenofarming.
Our associates were unable to take control.
Oh, did they defended interests? Oh my. Well, that's a thing. We'll get it next turn.
We've removed some threats.
Great Lake states we took, though. We will copy across our priorities. What are they investing in? Just military? I suppose that's a thing. I think trying to boost economy and welfare is going to do more long term here. We might lose some of these countries temporarily to various things, but for now I'm going to ally Tanzania and the Great Lakes states. Get that going. Alright, we could take that. I don't really want to. Is anyone ready to level up now? Yes, Madeline is. So Madeline, I'm going to go ahead and give her another point of command, I think. Yeah, we're going to give her another point of command. Get that CP cap bonus. Andro should be able to level up. We'll give him a point of persuasion. Get those Inspire missions going. No one else is quite ready. Anything here as far as orgs that we're interested in? Kusanagi Technology Group's kind of nice. Get a project. I don't think we need any of these right now. Yeah, we'll not worry about orgs for the time being still. I think. Let's see, are we pretty close on any projects? This isn't going to finish till January. Oh, we need to fight back on settlement habs. Their demands is going to finish. Let's try and get that, get a little more story, and then we'll wrap it for the session because we're running a little long on time. Madeline and Urantika, we're going to do the 1-2 punch. So Urantika, go ahead and run a crackdown in Congo. We'll bring that up to 90%. Madeline will run the Purge mission there. I'm going to put a couple influence in that just in case somehow Urantika fails, because we don't. Well, we probably don't even need Urantika to run it there, but it's fine. We'll just get very high odds. All right, we're gonna go to Chile and take out some xenoforming. Yoi is going to advise the EU again,
Ready for my
and Eric. Yeah, this keeps on going higher and higher. We're gonna try and run some stability in I think in Russia. Cohesion keeps dropping. Let's kill all these other priorities here and just focus on these. That's probably going to be the biggest thing we can do to actually help the cohesion score here. Yeah, so we will stabilize Russia.
We'll make things safe.
Run time.
I will help them.
Alright, we should get a nice little bit of story here in just a moment. Their demands. The good news, they do not currently intend to simply destroy humanity outright. The bad, they stipulate a degree of subjugation far beyond our reasonable expectations. Well, that's the thing.
Commissioner, the aliens are so powerful, we have no alternative if we hope to preserve the human race.
That's Kiran's take, and I suppose since I'm playing the Protectorate, that's my take too. But humanity is to cease all military operations against Hydra forces, place all forces under the command of Hydra-appointed representatives. Humanity is to commit to building no space fleet, weapons of mass destruction, or any other military assets that could present a threat to the Hydra race. Any such weapons in existence must be turned over to Hydra-appointed representatives. Humans will commit to supporting the Hydra race in any and all future endeavors or military conflicts. So basically... issue an executive order accepting the Hydra demands. Oh, Kiran, you're making me feel bad. And we're arresting and breaking our council. Well, that's awkward. What's our next objective? We don't have another campaign objective yet. Okay, so I guess we can go ahead and research. Oh goodness, what do we want to research here? I guess we'll go for the Hydra Direct Support Network. Why not? Maybe we should do exotics first, actually. Nah, we'll just do the Direct Support Network. If I'm forgetting another project that I wanted to prioritize, I apologize, but I will see what I can do about that later. Settlement Habs, oh goodness, the Academy's really pushing on that one, unfortunately. Alright, we'll finish out the turn and then call it for the day.
Things are stabilizing.
Goodness.
They slipped away from us.
We failed the crackdown in Congo. Alright, well good thing we put the extra
Mission in
points in for
progress.
Madeline, because she's still got pretty good odds. Here we go. Coexistence Pact. Alright, allows us to transfer territory to the alien nation. I don't think we want to do that, do we? Well, instead of Hydra Direct Support Network, we are going to research the Coexistence Pact. That's 25k, so that's going to take us some time. But I think that that's going to help us win the game. I think we're getting close on that. Just gotta finish selling out humanity first.
By the numbers.
Alright. Andro was successful. Madeline, come on, you can do it.
Our people have taken.
Alright, we took Congo. So we will set priorities to economy and welfare. And we will go ahead and ally them to Tanzania. Doing that, finish out the turn, see if anything else comes up. We are losing public opinion in the EU. Not by much. We've still got 76% popular support. So that's fine. How is this going? Cohesion is still going up, so that's good. Alright, well, with this, I think we are going to call it. I think we've seen a little more about why I called the first video in this series Selling Out Humanity. We'll see how we can do it at being good salespeople going forward. But thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. Bye.